Hello guys, Rakukun here. Today I will be doing another series and hopefully this series didn't die off in just 1 or 2 episodes like the last few series I started. So this series I will be teaching you guys how to build a nice house or something like that. Just some decorative stuff, not something that you will really use in the survival world. So the setting I will be using is just the game mode creative, and then the rest I will save to same, and I will generate the wall. So let's check out the spawn. The spawn is an island, pretty terrible. So this is a scene in case you guys want it. So the first step I think I will do is try to terraform this into a nice grassy island instead of this sand island. So today I will be showing you a few tricks and tricks that I guess you can use to terraform the area. So let's get started. The first step that you want to do is just finalize your shape for the island. So like these little bumps, it didn't look that good, so it's probably a good idea to remove it. And like this, there's a cave that goes down. Maybe you want to narrow this and make a mine shaft instead. So you can take the grass and then just extend it. And this series will be kinda random one, just seeing what I get inspired by the day, and then I will try to build it. And sorry for the lag there. So to cover the case out is pretty simple. You just need to extend the grass out like this. And when there is no grass to extend, go down one level and then build again. Just follow the guideline that naturally forms, and you will get a pretty good shape. In this series though, I will not cover the wall and this stuff because that would take a lot of time and probably even more effort than this. And as you can see that I'm lagging quite a bit, so what I did probably isn't going to help much. So what should you watch out when you are terraforming? Don't just do this one strip because it will look not that good. Not bad, it's just not that good, so you have to double it up so that it looks like a little slab. So this is a slash that going down, and then we'll connect up around right here. And I won't worry about the walls because I will do that later. And as I say, you cannot have just one strip because it will not look that good. And then remove the flower for now. The flower will come later. Perhaps it isn't something that you will want in the survival and rather more in the creative building world. After you did this, you may see this big opening and think, what can you do with it? Well, it's simple. You just fill it with stone basically. But not just stone, you will see soon enough. Also, the floating sand will update, so place it under the sand, and don't do that because that will let the sand fall and it will create a mess. But if so, you just remove the sand and you are good again. As you can see, the stone and the sand didn't mix too well because the plant is not have the sand there, it will have grass. And another tip is that if you see grass like this and on the side of the wall, connect it with dirt. That way that it will look more natural. And same thing right here. And if you feel like there is too much dirt going down, raise it by one block, remove this, and then do this again. So it will create a nice ledge. And because I'm in creative mode, I can do a simple command to turn the sand into grass. How to do this command is that first type /view, select the coordinate of the first corner, and then I will do just this section for now. As you can see, the terrain here is quite nice already, so I don't need to do much to change it up. Let's go down for a few blocks. And then slash fill, and then type grass. So this will fill the area with glass, not glass but grass. You know, the grass that spread on the dirt or whatever. Uh, so and then you type replace. So this way it will only change a block, but not the air block. So it will make a big cube of grass, and then replace sand. So and then also because this is 1.12, so you need to have a block state right here, and then replace and then send. Was doing some stuff with the 1.13, so a bit weird that I am coming back to the 1.12 right now. As you can see, I didn't do it fully because the Y isn't high enough to reach here, but I can just do that manually. So as you can see, by changing it out with grass, it is looking a little bit nicer now. And another thing with the terraforming, you don't want a big block like this. You want to give it more of a natural curve. So to achieve that, you can just punch out a lane or two like this, and then it will just look more natural. And then again, same rule. There is multiple form of terraforming, but today I will just focus on this one. Same rule, fill it with the stone. And then after that, I don't quite like this slash because this is so weird that it just goes down like this. So I will do some terraforming that will cover this up. How you do this form of terraforming is that same thing with this one, but just another axis. So you just cover up top to the bottom and just go randomly, like you are just placing some random dirt. And although the dirt is the most abundant thing on the Minecraft, but trust me, you will need a lot of it when you are terraforming. And sorry for the occasional lag. So as you can see, having this rounded out is already much better than just the cliff face and going down. And the stone wall is just a demonstration. Also, I didn't see a mainland right there. Might can do something over there. So break this, and at this point you just want to go with the flow and see what bit that you like and what bit that you don't like. So I will say that that is pretty good, although I want to change this up a bit so that it drops to right there. And then because this drop, I want this to drop as well. And the hard part about terraforming near the beach is that you need to blend the stone with the sand somehow, and it's not an easy task, I have to say. But one thing that you can normally do is just taking the sand and then making a few random spot sand so that it will look like it is washing away together. Don't know if that sentence makes sense, washing away but together. Same as here, when you see that some part is not blending with the fish well, you can simply just close up with the sand. So And right here there is a water lake, so to fill this in. With terraforming is just doing the same thing back and forth a lot until you get a product that you like. And no straight edges, no straight edges. So 3 blocks and about some block like this, it will look unnatural and blocky. So you want to minimize that by punching out and making a little curve. And most of the time your cliff side will definitely looks like this, and it's not a problem. And if you don't like this, like this structure, you can always just put 1 or 2 block and then reform the rest of the island, or you can shape off the top and then push the stuff back a little bit so it won't look as bad. Again, with the terraforming, you just go back and forth until you're happy. And daytime is also important when you are doing terraforming, although there is a night terraforming that I will maybe do a tutorial on. With the night terraforming, the difference is that you need to have lighting, or else mob will spawn and then the build will get dim, so it won't look as good. And the same thing here, fill in the stone. And then just mixing a bit, mixing it to make it look more natural. And the different, it will vary from the geographic location that your build is. And you can have different kind of the shoreline. Like right here, for example, I don't quite like this shape, so maybe I can use the cobblestone and make a shoreline that is out of cobblestone. So just replacing them with the cobblestone. You don't need to replace them every time, you can just cover them up and then it will look good. With not with MCMMO, MC edit. With the MC edit you can do this much quicker because you have the slashes replaced. But here you have to do a slash view command and it's just faster if you do it by hand. Although if you are doing a large area though, I do suggest you use a war edit unless you are in survivor. And as you can see, with just the cobblestone, it gives this place a unique look from the rest of the island. And then again, same blending technique, just placing random blocks with the blocks that you are building with, so it will blend into the environment nicely. And I don't like this part that is sticking out, so I can just use a TNT and then detonate it. And then fill the area back in with some more cobble. TNT is really a good tool when it comes to the terraforming, especially for digging out a large area. And I don't like this part that is underground, that is under the water. So to detonate a TNT underwater is still very simple. This is a little trick that is not so much about building, it's about the survival Minecraft. To detonate a build underwater, you place a sand above the TNT and then detonate it. The sand will fall down and replace the block that TNT is in, and it will and blast away some stuff. But because it is in the sand, so the blast resistance is a little bit high. So like that. And when you are doing this, you may found a few air bubble, just fill it in with the block. And again, the same blending technique, just to blend the cobblestone into the environment. And then there is a unique looking shoreline right there. Pick up any blocks that is left over from the detonation. Or you can just put a TNT underground and blast them out. So now this area is kinda separated from the rest of the island and it started to look unique. But it will just be strange if there is one patch right here, so you might be able to do another patch over here or over there, for example. So as I say, I will just focus on this little area right here. So I guess I will leave that part to another day, and I will now teach you how to do some landscaping. The landscaping I already teach you very much, like placing the stone or whatever, and I don't like the weathering, so let's make it clear. Make it clear that I don't like the rain. And you just going around inspecting the things that you've done so far and then seeing which part that you don't like. You can maybe extend a dirt or maybe a little bit of the stone or maybe a little bit of the sand. It's just like go with the flow thing. And after you done all of the landscaping, you need to again just check around. Like I don't like this part where the mountain is kinda like bugging up, so I can just punch up a little bit. You can make something like that, and to make it even more natural, remember with the terraforming you want everything to look natural and not man-made. Although the normal Minecraft terrain is natural, but it looks too ugly per se. And when you see some straight edges, break it up with a line of the dirt, and it will turn into grass soon. Or you can just use the grass or whatever. So replacing the thing with the stone, and then this part will look weird, so you put it like this, and then this part will look weird, so using a same blending technique, just replacing some random sand. And sorry for the lag there, my computer already sucks, I don't know why. And as you can see, I don't do this part because this I will save for the day later, as I say many times now. And now you have to do some final, I guess, like small details to make this thing look better, like the decoration and stuff. And first off, to do that is very simple. You take a cobblestone and then replace some of the stone that you place. Not too much, just a little bit, some here and there. It will just divide out the plain look of the stone and then give the place a little bit more vibe. And the blending is not the blending, the mixing the blocks is definitely will make the looks of the build better. And after that, you have many choice. Like here is the block chart that you can use to do the stone terraforming. It's just about finding the correct ratio that you like, and then go beyond that. As you can see, there is a lot of them. That includes the slabs and the stairs. And this list can go on and on and on, just depending on what is the terraforming that you're trying to do. Like a wasteland will have a different terraforming than this, and a lab, maybe a nuclear lab will have a different terraforming than this, and so on. But this is generally the kind of block chart I go off. Just some basic stone types. Sometimes I will also mix in some andesite and polish andesite. And if like it's a large area. Maybe some light wool, light gray wool is also a great selection. This thing will just mix up and then break the plainness of the stone up a bit, so it will look much better. So like for example, I can take this stone stair and then replace this right here. And when you are using the stair, you have to remember that the block behind it will get exposed. I cannot talk today. Exposed. So you have to do something like that. Same when you are doing the wall. Sometimes a slab of tool is a great thing, because with the slab you can have a little bit of the dirt showing. This is more just a practice thing. There isn't really a method that you can use to instantly become the master. You just need to practice a lot. Not saying that I'm a master, I'm definitely not. There's a ton of people that is much more superior than me. And you want people to not realize that there is a clear half slab there, or maybe a clear stone stair there. You want people to just look and say, oh, that's looking natural, nothing is wrong with it, until they get close up and then they found the stair and the slab. In the terraforming, it's just a little details that matters. And you can also embed some of the slab or stair inside a block like this. And also because this shoreline is basically just cobblestone, it will look too plain and too repetitive. So mix in some of the stone. Just to make some of the spot a little bit different. And then you can also, let's say, take some of the stone brick and then mix it in as well. Yeah, my computer isn't helping me recording at all today. So that is how you do the landscaping. As you can see, the original island with the crappy cave is already clear and is now be transformed into a grassy land. Also, another reason that I won't be doing that today is because the time it will need. So there is a basic landscaping, and this has been Rekukun, and hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and like the video, and I will see you guys next time.